Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 59 of What's the Pepper series. Today I have a very special pod to show you, and this is going to be the very first series of many more episodes coming up for the 2018, and this is a very special one because this is my Super Pequin, and this is the plant that I've been waiting all season to try. It's a cross of my own, so Super Pequin, so it's Pequin crossed with a super hot. I love growing pekins because they're so easy to take care of. They produce a ton of fruits and they're very, very hardy. So it's a very fun plant to grow because they produce these little tiny fruits and they're like all over the trees, you know. So when friends come over, that plant is actually the first one people look at because it has cute little fruits and they're just everywhere. The painful part about it is picking it off because it takes forever to get, like a handful. Also, the birds love these fruits. They call the bird pepper. But this is but I didn't like the taste of it too much because right off of the plant it didn't taste too good. I did a review on it already. They have a lot of seeds. It could taste a little bit bitter, and then there's a lot of heat. And basically that is it. There's really not much of a flavor. But if you smoke it or dry it and make it into dry powder or make hot sauce with it, they're actually pretty good. But you're gonna have to pick up a bunch because they're so small. And as I mentioned, it's very, very painful to pick because it takes so long. The Super Pequin has very similar characteristics. The fruits are slightly larger, but it tastes much better because it has a crunchier taste, less seeds. Hopefully these will have less seeds for you to see, but very, very fruity flavor with it pack a punch. So overall, the taste is nice, exactly as I wanted because I didn't like the bitterness of the seeds without any flavor. So that is the reason why I crossed this variety. So it's very special to me. Anyway, let's go outside and we'll take a look at the plant, and then I'll take you back in. I'll cut these open and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, here is the Super Pequin. And this plant was grown in a very small container. This is a 2-gallon. And surprisingly, for being in such a small space, it grew pretty big. So it is as wide as it is tall, and it's producing a ton of fruits, and there are more coming. So at each of these tip here, you will see buds, and those will eventually become fruits, and they're all over the place. Look at this. So that we have very nice looking fruits already. And it's blending in with the leaves because the leaves are not very big. So and it's about the same color, the fruit. So sometimes you can glance over it and miss it. So you see that the fruits are all different sizes. Some are round, and some are kind of like a football shape. But typically they're around this size. Some of them are smaller, like the one that we're gonna pick today. See there? And there's a ton over there. So this plant is very unique. Even though it's in such a small container, it can grow quite large, and you can also grow it in very smaller container. And I have an example here. You see this one here? This is in a really tiny container, and the plant is still growing very, very well. So you see all those flowers there. Still producing nicely for being in such a small space. So the larger the space, the larger the plant can get. So anyway, let's go ahead and pick a few fruits so we can taste it, and I'll let you know how good it is. And you see here, these are the ones that are ready. They're kind of orange right now, and if you wait a few more days, it will become red. But I don't want to wait anymore because the birds love this, and they've been eating all my tomatoes and stuff. So if I leave this around and the birds see it, they'll just eat it, and I don't have anything left. So I'll pick This is an abnormal fruit, so it shouldn't be this small. It's usually around that size there. Okay, we have a few. This is also a very abnormal fruit. So I'll have one right here. And then I have a few over here. They're underneath here. Okay, this is how many we have. I'm gonna pick all of this because I want the next wave to come in, and I have some crosses here that I'm waiting on. So by picking these, it'll trigger the rest or the next set of fruits to turn red. So anyway, let's go inside and test this out. Alright guys, now that you have seen the beautiful plant, I'm very proud of this variety. So this season I plan on giving out more seeds for these. I may not save any of these seeds because look how ugly the pods are. But I did pick a green one. That is actually how it's supposed to look. There are more on the plant that look like this, and some of them are slightly larger. But overall, they should look exactly like this. The original Pequin are around that size. They're a little bit smaller. More of a rounder shape, and the super Pequin that I have here it's elongated. It's more like a longer football shape. So as the season go on, I will show you more of these fruits, and you will see they're slightly larger. So as with all Pequin, once they ripe, when they turn completely red, you just touch it like this, it'll just fall right off of the stem here. So that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult to pick these fruits, because you can't just yank this off, because as soon as you touch it, it'll just fall right off. And that's the reason why the birds love them. They'll just peck at it and they'll eat it, because they're easy to just pull off of that. So the characteristic carried over. Anyway, let's go ahead and cut this open so I can show you what's it look like inside. When they're green, they're nice and crunchy. That's when I usually like to eat them. When they turn to this color, they become soft. So they're more for like hot sauce at this point. And as I mentioned, the Super Pequin does not have as much seeds as the original parent. So there it is. Wow, you can smell this right away. It has a very strong smell, a little bit fruity. It smells like a Thai pepper when you cut it open. That Thai pepper smell with a little bit of citrus sweetness in there. That's how they smell. So let's give it a sniff. Yeah, it also reminds me of my ahi variety. It has that nice, pleasant, sweet smell with a little heat in it. Okay, so it's kind of fruity in a way. So here's the green one. The green one is much more crunchy and firmer to hold. You see how firm that is? And this is a good time to eat these things when they're like kind of dark green. If you wait until they're red, you can only make hot sauce with them because they're very soft. You see here? So not as many seeds as the regular Pequin, because the Pequins are just packed full of seeds. I mean, the entire thing is just little tiny seeds. So this one doesn't have any noticeable placenta, but the vein run up and down here. A few seeds attached. So let's smell the green one real quick. Wow, exact same smell. Doesn't have any of those smoky greenness to it. Nice sweet citrus tone. Reminds me more of an ahi than a super hot. So let's go ahead and test it out. All right, guys. I hope you you enjoy the plant and how the inside of the plant look like, or the fruit look like. So as always, I always forget my gloves, but these are not as crazy hot, so I'm just gonna wash my hand afterward. As I mentioned, they don't have as much seed as the original Pequin. The smell is much more pleasant. It has a nice kind of like a fruity smell to it, like very similar to the ahi variety, like the ahi pineapple, but not as sweet smell. Ahi fantasy, something like that. If you ever had those, exactly like my ahi habanero, with the one that has no heat. Very nice smell. The green one is very firm. Has like 4 seeds. This one has about 2. The red one smells is a little bit stronger. Okay, so we'll try the red one first. Very soft. Wow, it's hot. Whoa, very hot. Heat is like almost immediate. Because the pod was so small, I couldn't get much of a flavor out of it, but it didn't have that bitter taste from the seed, but it has like it reminds me of a super hot. Wow, my head is sweating. This is I haven't eaten too many peppers this year yet, so my tolerance is kind of like back down to. Wow, this is hot. Well, I'm not like excruciating hot, but heat was immediate. I didn't get any flavor. I think there was a little bit sweetness, but because the pod was so small and it was already red, so it was really soft. As soon as I chew it, it was all skin. Wow, this is really hot. Man, I wanted to try the green one too. But maybe I should wait a little bit because this is really hot. Well, hot for me is like normal for a lot of the the pepper guys. I've seen a few people on Pepper Lovers community, and they eat the super hot like it wasn't that hot. If you watch Jeb Hobbs, he or Peter Stanley. Peter is crazy. Peter and Philip love eating peppers, and they do a lot of videos reviewing peppers. I highly recommend you check them out. Peter does some amazing things, and he loves experimenting with hydroponics and the different method of growing. So Peter, I can't wait to see what Peter has this year. And Charles, if you have been following Charles P, he has a garden full of peppers. Man, it looks amazing. I can't wait to see all of his fruits. Okay, the heat subsided, so I'm gonna try the green one. I've had the green one before, and that's what I prefer because it's nice and crunchy. It's not soft and all skin, you know. So that's why I prefer the green one. So once they become dark green and it has a little bit of a brown blush on them, that's usually when I pick them to eat. Okay, so here's the green one. Let me just try half because that other half just really heated up my mouth. Okay, so here's the green one. Very crunchy, thick wall. You can taste it now. A little sweet. Oh man, the heat is coming right back. Wow. So the aftertaste remind me of my ahi habanero. It's like fruity, kind of like a flat sugary taste. It's not that noticeable. Wow. Pequin are not supposed to be this hot. Oh man, my mouth is on fire. The back of my throat is where all the heat is collecting. And then when you eat this, your saliva kind of thickens up a little bit, and it creates bubble in the back of your throat, and sometimes you accidentally swallow it, and it really hurts. Head sweating. Wow. Back of my throat's on fire. My tolerance is pretty low right now, so if I send this to people, I think they won't think that it's gonna be that hot. Wow. I need to eat more peppers this year, so I can give a better description of the heat. Definitely hotter than a Thai pepper. I would say near, but not quite habanero heat. I love habanero. It's one of my favorite variety. It's like an overall good pepper. Decent heat, good flavor, excellent for drying. Mix that with some Bahamian goat and you're gonna make some really nice powder and hot sauce. That's my secret. Whew. Whew. Yeah, it's hot. So it didn't have that many seeds. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 6 of the red pods. I think maybe 6 of those will give me like 6 seeds or something like that. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. The heat is subsiding. Very good flavor, good Pequin. A beautiful plant. I just love the way it grows. And it can expand real wide. It's excellent for ornamental plants because you put them in a small pot and they grow just fine. If you want them bigger, then you give them larger space. They're very easy to grow. A lot of my plants around the Pequin have pests on them, but the Pequin didn't seem to mind. It just grows just fine. I found a few aphids on there, but after I clean it off, it was fine. And water occasionally. It doesn't like a lot of water. It likes a lot of sun. And that plant there is under like 100 degrees Fahrenheit and full sun all day long. I mean, it literally dries up the entire bucket every single day and it still produces. And I'm gonna grow a bunch next year. These seeds are gonna be going out soon once I collect more. So come to Pepper Lovers community, guys, if you want to talk to me. If you want to chat with me, you also can go to kcdgarden.com. We just have a new chat system introduced, so you can add friends and talk to them. We're gonna make chat rooms in the future where everyone can come in and just talk to each other. So kcdgarden.com, please guys, come check it out. If you're growing stuff, post some information there if you like, or you just read the stuff that are already on there. And if you want to talk to me, you can message me on there. It's the same thing as Facebook Messenger. And when I log on, if I see your message, I will respond. So come and talk to me about this variety or any other variety. Anyway, Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos like this coming soon.